Coach, we'll start off with Big East Media Day being picked ninth in the conference. What have you seen out of your team that tells you that this isn't a ninth place team?
Well, being picked ninth, first of all, in the conference is preseason. Rankings, to me, they really don't mean anything. It goes by who you return and what you lost the year before. And we lost, our leading scorer, Lon Bowden and Morris, and we lost Murray, and we lost some pieces there. So when you lose about 4 or 5 people, conference and coaches think, okay, maybe, they're going to probably be in the same position. But we're talking about the new additions and the chemistry that's being built. They don't see that part. I believe that this team has probably the most experience I've had since the Deanna Whites and Dorothy Adamakos and them, because of the transfers of Jada Claude from Duke by way of Morehead State, and then Christina Moore from University of Florida, who have started in the SEC a lot. So you're bringing that experience into a conference that's very strong with 5 returning starters. Experience, to me, is the key to winning in the Big East. Your young kids, it takes a while most of the time, but if you have experienced pieces that you can roll back out there and they understand how to compete against some of the best, it gives you an opportunity to be good at what you're doing. And what we have seen thus far in the practices, we're loving it. We're just ready to get to someone else to see if everything that we're putting in, if it's going to be the same against your opponent.
As a coach, we're seeing more transfers than what we've ever seen. As a coach, what sort of challenges does it have to create the chemistry and those type of things when you're bringing in people out the transfer portal?
I think one of the hardest things is, if you're looking for chemistry, is every time you go to the transfer portal, there's a lot of kids out there, and then you're trying to find the right fit. And finding that fit, you hope to find someone that fits your style of play. If you want to be up-tempo, you hope they are up-tempo. That if you want to trap press, you hope that they are able to do those things. I think the transfer portal is good in a lot of ways because it gives kids opportunity. It's a second chance at whatever they might have missed in their first stop that they're able to pick up in the next stop. But for us, I always try to find those fifth-year kids that has an opportunity to come back and, finish, but left something on the table and wanted to do it again and try to, see if they can find that, a goal at the end of the rainbow. So for us, I think all our transfers we've had in the past have really been solid for us. But this year, I think it's going to be chemistry with these transfers that's going to really help us get back to our winning ways.
So without giving away any trade secrets, what are some of the things you've seen early on that you feel like the team has improved on that maybe wasn't there the previous season?
Scoring. Consistent scoring. I always believe since we've been here, going through COVID, it's always been about we get shots, we get great looks. Can we finish those looks? It's been 5 overtime games last year. We could have flipped it in 1 year last year, getting to 17 games, but 5 overtime games off a 10-win season, 11-win season, and a couple of games in there, about 6-8 points. So you're right there, but learning how to win and finishing is the biggest piece. So I think our team, what we're seeing thus far, we have kids that can finish at a higher clip. Some of those same shots that we're getting, and then in the scrimmage in 10 minutes, we're getting 30. And it's been consistent with 25 and 30 points in 10 minutes, and that really gives you hope as a coach of knowing our defense is going to be solid. Offensively, if we're scoring on you every night consistently, we're going to be a hard out.
When you're recruiting someone to come to Georgetown, I know it's a great academic university, but what are the things that you point out which are the advantages of attending here?
I think that some of the biggest advantages is, we know, like you said, it's a quality educational institution, but it's an institution of opportunity too. When you come to Georgetown, I think you're going to get opportunity to play the sport that you love, and get opportunity to be on that floor and compete against some of the best in the country. And then you're going to be able to, as we call it around here, our football coach was really great on talking about 4 for 40. You're going to get to play 4 years of your athletic career for 40 years of your academic career and your life after college. Because there's sometimes, as Coach Thompson always said, that the air will go out the ball. And when the air goes out the ball, and when we look at the retirement days of our pro athletes, it's around 32, 35 before you lay it down. So what are you going to do for the next 35 years or 40 years of your life? And that's fall back on a great Georgetown education.
Now, as a coach, what was something that you know now with all your experience that you did not know you learned from when you were younger?
All my experiences, what I probably learned is, in this day and time, the culture and the temperature of players. It's a lot different. We gotta, as a coach, you gotta be more open-minded in understanding what their needs are. It's different. The way of coaching young women these days is not by yelling at them. It's about coaching them and hearing them and working with them to try to get them to be the best that they possibly can be.